1975. I was living in Boston, and I was having such a great time. And I was meeting so many ladies, but kind of like you, I, I wasn't like falling in love. Like the ones I wanted to be in love with me didn't want to be in love with me, and the ones that I didn't really care that much if it worked out, I couldn't like shake them loose. And I was wondering what is going on with people? Why aren't we connecting? And I said, you know what? What can I study? Just like you, what can I study to learn about people? And someone said astrology. I said, oh, yeah, I can learn. If you're an Aquarius, I know about Aquarius. If you're a Capricorn, if you're a Scorpio, whatever. And I started studying, and it helped me. But that was the key to me starting my spiritual life. One day I was reading the newspaper like a lot of other people did in the old days, and there was an astrology column by a man named Sidney Omar. Everybody knew Sidney Omar back then. And I would come home from whatever I was doing, and if I had a bad day, Sidney Omar would say for Aries, you had a bad day. Just chalk it up, don't worry about it. And then the next day, I had a great day. I come home. You had a great day today. See that? So I said, I got to find out about this astrology. I made a call to the New England Astrological Society. And I said, I want an astrology reading by Sidney Omar. And they said, well, why don't you just get an astrology reading by a local person? Here, we have some great astrologers. I said, oh, okay. They asked me where I live. I said, Watertown, Massachusetts. I said, oh, isn't that interesting? The president of the New England Astrological Society lives in Watertown. I said, oh, wow, this is great. And give me the address. And they gave it to me. She lived around the corner from me. And so I took some of those experiences that I had on doing that, and I wrote a book. And I wrote a book called Body Traders. Body Traders, what's a body trader? Well, I'm not going to talk about that tonight, but it has to do with instead of being with people for love, we're kind of with them for convenience. The money they have, the house that they own, the car they drive. And that's not love. That's not where you're going to find love. And then I had the most spectacular teachers. I had, when I lived in LA, I used to go see Dr. Michael Beckwith from Agape Universalist Church.
Oh,
So Michael Beckwith is one of the men who was in the movie Secret. And he's known internationally. He was a teacher of mine. And then I had different people. I studied the Course in Miracles with Marianne Williamson, and I started seeing her when she just started speaking at a church in the Lower West Side of Manhattan. And I'll tell you another story about that, and the next time that we speak. But there's a bigger story into that as well. So it's been a great ride.